Chocolate season. Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out with a service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln. January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Welcome to the Tyler Family Christmas Letter. The most exciting thing to happen this year is that we're giving Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets as gifts. They're fast, fun, and easy. We're thrilled about it. Oh yeah, our daughter had triplets and our son graduated from Harvard. From the Tylers, have yourself a classic little Christmas with Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets.
Top prize odds vary by game.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big Eight tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to it. A happy Tuesday to you and yours from me, Austin Norman, from Erick Strickland, the Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet. This is On the Block, brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. We do it every weekday, 2 to 4 here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Stricky, we were just talking about this with the guys a little bit with Danny Nee coming back. The article that I read, for the first time, gave me access to that 1994 Big 8 championship game. I haven't watched it in full. I watched the last 3 or 4 minutes of that broadcast. But take me through that run and what it means to have that 94 team come back to Lincoln in about a month.
Well, what was happening is, and again, what I learned is we had a method, and that method was take care of home, go on the road, scrape and win a few. You may lose one or so at home, but you definitely want a high winning percentage at home. Maybe go down to Kansas State, get one, go to Colorado, get one, see what the rest do. We knew that Mo Gallagher IBA Arena was going to be hard. We knew Missouri, at that time they were 13-0. They ended up, should have been one loss, but right. I will speak to that in a second. We knew Hilton was tough. I mean, we've snuck one out of there a couple times, but we always know that's a tough one. So everywhere we went,
Fog Allen,
Oklahoma, maybe we could, because of the style of play, we felt maybe we might be able to go down to Oklahoma and steal one, take care of the non-con, and then you can put yourself in a position, if you're in the, top half of the Big 8, you can win. You can go to the tournament. They were at that time, out of the 8 teams, sometimes we'd send six or seven. So that was a key for us. Now, that stretch, Austin, was a phenomenal one. And I think although we knew we should have beat that Missouri should not have had a 13-0 Big 8, they should not have went out with that record. We it helped us because it put an anger in us because it was towards the tail end of the season, but it put an anger in us that when we're going into the Big 8 tournament, we're like, we ain't taking no losses. Like, we're not losing. And we knew that we had Oklahoma first, and for us to have a chance at them again, we needed to run through Oklahoma, and we ran through Oklahoma. I mean, we ran them out the freaking gym. You
guys had probably the best opening round performance. Missouri only beat Colorado by 2. Oklahoma State beat Iowa State by 10. Kansas and Kansas State. I guess Kansas kind of whooped Kansas State, but you guys put up 105 on the Sooners in that game.
Yeah, we ran them out the building. And then we knew that Missouri probably could get that game, and we would get them. And we were going to get in their tail, and we did. And so we knew Oklahoma State was going to be a rough one, but we knew we had guys with just serious heart, Bruce Chubbuck and Tom Best, and Melvin we knew we had guys. We didn't have the size, but we knew we had guys that would fight, that would scrap. And we knew that our defensive scheme, if we got after it, would give us a chance to win that game. And then obviously the outcome was that we rebounded well. We were very fundamentally sound. We had some mistakes early, but that run propelled us. Now, I will say the emotion of that win, the turnaround was really short for us coming off of that.
So that was 3 straight days, right?
Yeah, 3 straight days. And then I think we had to turn around, after the emotion of that. It was Monday off, Tuesday, light practice, Wednesday. I think we had to fly out. I think we had to play like that Thursday. So that hurt. I think we probably would have had one more day, coming off of that, get your legs, get your, mentals back. That would have helped us, but we didn't play very well. I want to say we played Penn, if I'm correct. It was either Penn. I don't think it was Mississippi State. Not Mississippi State, but what was that team? New Mexico State. I don't think it was them for that round.
It was Penn. Yep.
It was Penn.
90-80.
Yeah,
but they basically got a home game. You're playing in New York.
Yeah, we were up in Staten Island, and they were there. They were comfortable. We had to travel a long way. So yeah, it was all good. I think it was a great experience, though. I think we would have played a lot better if we would have, maybe had a little bit more time.
Fair enough. So that Oklahoma State team you beat in the championship game, you guys split the regular season series. 2 pretty good games, 98-80 down at Gallagher, Iowa. But then they come to Lincoln, ranked number 21, 89-81. You guys win. And that's a team, Strick, that didn't just make the tournament, made a run in that tournament.
Yeah, they did. They made a real good run. They ended up going to the Final Four of that team. Really solid team. I think, when Danny Nee talks about go get them, Brooks Thompson was a guy, Randy Rutherford was a guy where they would just, sick me on them to, to really lock things up and minimize some of their shooting. So, yeah.
January 20th, that team being honored. I assume you'll be on the floor.
Yeah.
Sure hope so. So make sure you're at Pinnacle Bank Arena for that. Nebraska versus Northwestern, the 30th anniversary of that 94 Big 8 championship team.
It's a great team, man.
We'll definitely talk with more of those guys as we get closer. More on the block next.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Welcome to the Tyler Family Christmas Letter. The most exciting thing to happen this year is that we're giving Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets as gifts. They're fast, fun, and easy. We're thrilled about it. Oh yeah, our daughter had triplets and our son graduated from Harvard. From the Tylers, have yourself a classic little Christmas with Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets.
Top prize odds vary by game.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. and now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolatseason.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: some clouds this morning will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy but warm. We'll see a high around 50. Tonight, mainly clear skies expected with a low around 29. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies do return. We'll see a high around 50. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, which started in Hastings in 1983, I often reflect on the Lincoln men's stores no longer here. They are McGee's, Ben Simons, Landon's, Rothschild, Sir Winston, Post and Nickel, Ragman, Murray's, Miller and Payne, and Joseph A. Bank. You know where I'm coming from. Gary Michaels has been battle tested, and we are committed to serve Nebraskans as your premier store for men for many years to come. Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Teach Tape Tuesday. That's right. One of my favorite segments of the week. Get to pick the brain of Erick Strickland. And we're going to his Mavs in just a sec, but we do have to make sure we thank Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul for sponsoring our show. They're down at 29th and Pine Lake here in Lincoln. And Strick, if I didn't know better, I would have thought that Luka would have been spending too much time eating Mary Ellen's, given his playing shape in previous years.
Yeah, Luka has a tendency to look very Nikola Jokic like with the body, but he his game is just is absolutely efficient. It's there's nothing that can speed him up. You know, he's just gonna shift you, move you. You know, just kind of create just enough space, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care where you're at. He just doesn't believe you can get to it. So it's just one of those things. He just plays with so much ease and poise. And like I said, there's nothing that speeds him up. And that's the beautiful part of his game.
And that was one of the selling points for him coming over, is that he was the MVP of the Spanish La Liga at 18, 19, like young dude dominating a league full of grown men. And the Spanish basketball league's like the second best league in the world behind the NBA. And he was doing it that young, didn't have much of a transition period, came in and, excelled from the jump, but conditioning has always been an issue with him. But the thing about him, Strick, is he's not an overwhelming athlete in the traditional sense. He doesn't jump the highest, doesn't ever hardly sprint at all, let alone sprint the fastest. Not elite quickness. He's so good though at start and stop.
Yeah.
And he plays that half beat off from what guys expect him to do. How does he come by that different rhythm?
Well, I mean, I think the beautiful thing about him is he knows who he is. It's he knows what his game is. He's not Kyrie Irving. He knows he's not the physical, he's strong, but he's not the physical presence of like a LeBron James. He doesn't have the Dwayne Wade type of athleticism. But again, he's crafty, and he knows if I get to this spot, if they're with me, if they're not with me, he knows he's got great, liftovers, rip throughs, up and unders. He's got all kinds of just crafty shots, off balance, type of shots. Not like Dirk, but very similar in that pace, just the change. And the pace isn't like a change of pace where it's like slow to super fast. It's slow to a little bit faster to slow. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope to watch him play. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it would translate very well, but it obviously has.
Upward and beyond what a lot of people thought. They thought he could carve out a successful career. Phoenix had one of his international coaches on staff, but they don't take him. They go with DeAndre Ayton instead of him. Luka's clearly outperformed that. But the thing that stands out about Luka this year is all his percentages are up across the board, from 2, from 3, Free throws are just a tick higher than they were before. So he's shooting better from three, taking a lot of them, a lot of tough ones in making them. Watching his step backs, you see that difference in rhythm, right? He'll come set for his shot, and guys will be jumping by him because there's such a long windup. They're past him, they're on the ground. It's not like Steph where he has to get up and over guys. Guys already passed Luka, and he hasn't even shot the ball yet.
And he's not really elevating on it either. It's not like it's a jump shot. It's it's got some elevation to it, but it's not like your typical jump shot. And so therefore you're right, and it's so slow. The only other guy that reminds me kind of him in a way, but just a little bit more athleticism is Paul Pierce. Paul had a similar type of way about his game like that as well, where there's nothing you can do, speed him up. If he didn't see you, so I mean, you challenge, he doesn't see you. But he had that kind of slow with athleticism game to him. It's like an old man game. His shot fake looked like a shot, so you would fly, and then all of a sudden he would be by you, not by you because of the super quickness, but just because he got you off balance. And then his pull up and just his step throughs and just different things he did with the ball. He reminds me a lot of Paul.
That is not a comparison I would have made, but I really like that in the approach to the game, the timing of the game. But one thing that Luka did better than really anyone in NBA history has ever done in a full season, including Paul Pierce, including Giannis, LeBron, Shaq, right now is his finishing at the rim. As of a couple days ago, Strick, he was converting 82% of his unassisted shots inside the restricted area.
That's crazy.
That's really close to the rim, but we talk about him being, relatively ground bound, not necessarily yoked up and muscly. How does a guy that looks like Luka finish at a higher rate near the basket than Shaquille O'Neal, Giannis, guys like that ever did?
That's crazy to me. Actually,
you played in the NBA, that's like.
If you would have told me that was Jokic, I would have probably been okay with you saying that, because he has the ability to do it like that too.
He's at least tall, some weight to throw around.
But he'll take a step that, like you said, that timing thing. He'll take a step where you think he's going to shoot, but it's not a step to shoot. It's just a long step. It looks like in the normal timing of rhythm, it would be a shot. And then all of a sudden you half jump. And then guess what he does? He throws that shoulder into you, clear space. You go back into a big man that maybe would have been rotating or something. And next thing you know, he kind of fades off of it, or he shoots it off the glass, or he ups, and then another guy jumps, and then he like knows where everyone is around him, and then his vision to make passes are phenomenal as well. So you just don't know. You don't know what you're going to get, whether you're going to get the pass, you defend the pass, you need to rotate, or is he going to shoot? Do I go to try to block this shot, or is he throwing an alley-oop? You have no clue because it all looks the same. Everything he does looks the same.
How hard is that to do, to make everything look similar?
It is. It's very difficult. But those who can master it and those who can do it definitely have success.
That timing and that rhythm also seems like something you can't really teach. You can teach guys how to make moves, but to understand your body, understand how the game moves, the NBA players are some of those athletic dudes in the world. To get away with not being at that level, to be one of one, like, you can't teach Luka's rhythm, can you?
No, there's not something you can. That's just like trying to take, say you can teach LeBron's strength and physicality, or you can take Michael Jordan's mental dominating edge over you, or Kobe Bryant's will to, do anything that he wants to do and win, or Jason Kidd's there's just certain things about people that they have an innate ability to it. Gary Payton's just locked down, there's nothing you're going to do with me defense. You know what I mean? It's just something about people that have those type of things that come with them. So they're special.
Over the last 11 games, the worst game that Luka has played is 32.6 rebounds and 10 assists. Man is on a heater. We saw him smoking some heaters in the offseason a couple of years ago, but Luka's on a burner right now. The Mavs were up to third in the West. They're fifth right now at 16-10. tied with the Clippers of all teams.
They're
but
coming along too. They're starting to find their way. Yeah, I don't know. James Harden looks like he's possessed right now. Like he had a
Kawhi hasn't missed a game yet.
Yeah, James Harden looks like he went into a time warp. He went back to the old Houston James. But we're not talking about them. But
we can.
They're looking, uniquely different right now.
Which is something I think that the Clippers expected when you make the trade for James Harden, but
he's doing it to piss off your boy also, Morey.
Really?
Yeah, I think
petty Harden?
I think it's petty. I think it's real petty.
So it's less about the homecoming, it's more about the leaving Morey.
I think the homecoming helps. It's real cool. But also, Tyronn Lue once again cerebrally doing a phenomenal job with that crew. Getting Westbrook to buy in to go into the bench. That was a huge move once again. I mean, Tyronn Lue's been known to make those type of moves. You got a chance to see it once Blatz left up in Cleveland, and then there was just things he was able to do with that team to get them to figure out how to, win some championships there. So, yeah. Or a championship.
Right. So right now, like I just mentioned, the Mavericks and Clippers tied at 16 and 10. They're both a half game back of the Kings at 16 and 9. Your top three in the West: Nuggets, Thunder, Timberwolves. That's not 1, 2, 3. That's 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about that. Now, Timberwolves. Now, what's going to happen with the Anthony Edwards thing? How is that going to play? Right now he's one of the best players out there, and then now you kind of got like a little scandal that's going on with him. When you have and dealing with those type, how does that affect your mentals? I mean, that can be a heavy weight. It can be for a young man. What type of scrutiny? Sometimes it's the location. I think being in a Minnesota helps as opposed to being in a New York. This is where location sometimes helps, you know what I mean? To be able to do it, being there different than being in Chicago, where you're the different types of media scrutiny that comes with that, right? So also you have, depending on where you're at, you also have the aspect of how people in the community vote or deal with that particular issue. How they view it is another issue as to how much pressure or scrutiny can potentially come down on you. So but we'll monitor Anthony Edwards, because like you said, they're at the top right now. They're up there and they're looking pretty good. I think Gobert is playing a little bit different than he has in his career, and that's helping out some.
Different house, though.
Just able to score in some instances, take advantage of sometimes, some mismatch situations, being a little bit more aggressive sometimes. I mean, he's had some games where you were like, wait a minute, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Where he's just not a total defensive, juggernaut, and he's kind of doing it, being able to score. Still trying to figure out what happened with Cat. Those are some issues that they still have to deal with, but Denver's Denver. You know what you got there. Monitor what's going to happen, on the bottom half of those things, what the interchanges are going to be like. There's some surprises down at the bottom.
We'll get to one of those in just a sec, but Cubsker on our text line, it's 402-464-5685, says the Bulls look like a completely different team without Zach LaVine, but he also gives Stricky his flowers, deservedly so. Stricky called it in January when I went to the Kings Thunder game. Stricky, you said the Thunder would be making waves and would be top 5 pretty easily in the West. Here they sit at 17 and 8, pretty much arrived at this point.
Cubsker, thank you for remembering that. See, sometimes people don't take into account what I say, and then all of a sudden they hear me say, well, yeah, remember I told, and they'd be like, Strick didn't say that. Thank you, Cubsker. I appreciate that, man.
It's true the Thunder are here, but a team that was up at that number 2 spot last year is just about second from the bottom right now. The Memphis Grizzlies, 6-19 through the first 25 games. They get Ja Morant back. Strick, what are your expectations for Ja Morant? First of all, on the court, but do you think he's learned his lesson off the court? Do you think we see a more mature Ja Morant moving forward?
Well, I think so. I think not only that part of it, but also the lawsuit ramifications. I think we're in an era, we're in a time where we've got to like literally walk on eggshells in a lot of instances, right? Because we can be sued, and then you have situations, and look, this is alleged and still things going on, but you have situations like, for example, what's going on with Jonathan Majors right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that happens, and then you watch what's my guy's name, man? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
I mean, you got to watch that live and in color, where he was literally getting, ran roughshod on by media and people in the screw. Come to find out, it just wasn't true, right? So you have those instances, then you have the true ones, and so we're living in a place, man, where literally you're railroaded just on the accusation of situations. So it's. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I'm not in the NBA this day. Like, I'm glad I'm retired, because it's crazy out here. Just the scrutiny and the microscope that you're under. And for John Morant, I think you could say he probably learned a lesson. I know the older I got, I learned more lessons as I got older, as I got to see more things and experience more things. And now that you have the financial abilities to do a lot more things, not only for you, but your family, I think you begin to have a realization thing. Because at first you have what I call Samson syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
If you're biblically inclined, you would understand what I mean. Samson was a guy that thought he can get into any situation and get out of any situation just on the power of his strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that took Samson down was a woman. Now, I'm not saying your wives or whatever is the thing that's going to take you down. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying.
The point is, he had a weakness.
He had a weakness, and most of us do in some instances, and those are the things that we really have to monitor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
regardless of market, like you said, some of them help,
yeah.
Some of them don't. But from Minnesota to Memphis, New York, Chicago, LA, you're in the NBA, you're a big deal. So if you find trouble, trouble will find you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
At the same time. So good stuff there on Teach Tape Tuesday. I did post the highlights we were kind of going over a little bit, but now it's time for the Shootout with Strick. That's right, 402-464-5685. $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings is the prize for you. 4 questions for Strick, and then 4 for you. Talking some Husker football recruiting. Maybe it's this year, maybe it's history. I'm not going to tell you till you get on the line. Give us a call right now. We'll play the Shootout with Strick to wrap up hour 1 of On the Block here in just a minute.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, which started in Hastings in 1983, I often reflect on the Lincoln men's stores no longer here. They are McGee's, Ben Simons, Landon's, Rothschild, Sir Winston, Post and Nickel, Ragman, Murray's, Miller and Payne, and Joseph A. Bank. You know where I'm coming from. Gary Michaels has been battle tested, and we are committed to serve Nebraskans as your premier store for men for many years to come. Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Hi, this is Cameron Hall, owner of Doors Plus. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, my team and I are here to help. Doors Plus represents 5 major garage door manufacturers, so you have plenty of options when looking to upgrade. Doors Plus prides itself on a fast but reliable service with a 3 to 5 week lead time to complete your entire project. We have multiple commercial installation crews in order to get your project done efficiently and correctly. Give Doors Plus a call for your new commercial garage door at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: some clouds this morning will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy but warm. We'll see a high around 50. Tonight, mainly clear skies expected with a low around 29. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies do return. We'll see a high around 50. Meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Erick Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
We have a contestant already. No need for you to call, but stay tuned if you want to play on Thursday. We play the game at 2:45 Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, prize $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. Find them down at 40th and Old Cheney here in Lincoln. we go to the Honda of Lincoln hotline. We welcome in Justin to take on Strick. Justin, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We are hanging in there. Hold on the line. We'll give Strick his 4 questions first, and we'll get to you. Sound good?
All right, sounds good.
All right, Stricky, we're doing Husker football recruiting, of course, with the news that Dylan Raiola committed to Nebraska yesterday, which is the topic leading off hour 2. So don't worry, we will get to it. We want your thoughts on the text line and on the stream. But Husker recruiting history. Stricky, you good?
Whew. Okay. Let's go.
Your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He was the highest rated recruit in Nebraska's 2023 class. Prince Will Uman Mielen or Malachi Coleman?
Malachi.
Yep, he was the highest rated recruit in Nebraska's 2020 class. Turner Corcoran or Xavier Betts?
Corcoran.
Yep, he was rated higher coming out of high school. Baker Steinkuhler or Ndamukong Suh?
Steinkuhler.
Yep, and before Dylan Raiola, he's the last high schooler from Beaufort to sign with Nebraska.
10, 9.
Before Raiola, the last high schooler from Beaufort to sign with Nebraska.
Anthony Grant.
Anthony Grant, the guess. It is a running back. It is not Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant transferred to Nebraska from Beaufort. Gabe Ervin. Gabe Ervin, the answer.
Dang it. Okay.
We were talking about that a little bit off air, and I said the name Anthony Grant
I thought
because I knew I had to stop there before I gave the answer away. So, all right, Stricky, not bad. That's 3. That's
all
3. Justin, you need 3 to tie. You need 4 to win. How are you feeling about your chances here on the shootout?
Yeah, I think I'm doomed.
You think you're doomed? Oh, my. All right, well, we will give it a shot here, Justin. Are you at least ready to give your round a shot here?
Yep.
All right, starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He was the highest rated recruit in Nebraska's 2022 class. Jaden Gold or A.J. Allen?
A.J. Allen.
It was Gold. He was the highest rated recruit in Nebraska's 2021 class. Thomas Fedoni or Wyndon Ho'ohuli?
Fedoni.
Yep, he was rated higher coming out of high school. Tyjon Lindsey or Aaron Green?
Lindsey.
It was Green. And before Dylan Raiola, he was the highest rated high schooler Nebraska signed.
10, 7, 6, 5.
Tommy Frazier.
Tommy
By
Frazier,
before ratings.
the guess, incorrect. Stricky wins. The answer was Marlon Lucky. Marlon Lucky in that
wow.
2005
Never would've
class.
gotten
Justin, thanks for playing a valiant effort. Try again next time.
Yeah.
Stricky, you were feeling great. Now you're feeling good. Top of the world.
Yeah, get a win, baby. It's a gift. It's a Christmas gift. It's early, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
We do have the Stricken to give away still. So let's do caller number, or not a texter, number
6 for my football number.
6 for the football number. Okay. How many seasons? Stricky will guess a number. Texter number 6 with the right answer here will go over under. How many seasons did Dominic Raiola play in the NFL? How many seasons did Dominic Raiola play in the NFL?
9.
Okay, Strick's guess is 9. Texter number 6 with the right answer. You have 2 options, or 3, I guess, because last time Stricky nailed the number. It was a push. So you have 3 options, over, under, or push. Texter number 6 in with the correct answer, over or under, will win $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. And hey, that Raiola name comes up because you might have heard the news. Dylan Raiola commits to Nebraska as of yesterday. That broke right during Old School. Stricky and I have thoughts on it. We will talk about that. We want your thoughts, as well as some thoughts on the spread of talent across the country. It's not as consolidated this year as it has been in years past. Is that an NIL thing? Is it just a one-year fluke? We will talk about that and plenty more as we continue on the block here at 93.7 The Ticket, proudly brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Erick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Erick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Erick Services, on the air because they care. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hi, this is Cameron Hall, owner of Doors Plus. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, my team and I are here to help. Doors Plus represents 5 major garage door manufacturers, so you have plenty of options when looking to upgrade. Doors Plus prides itself on a fast but reliable service with a 3 to 5 week lead time to complete your entire project. We have multiple commercial installation crews in order to get your project done efficiently and correctly. Give Doors Plus a call for your new commercial garage door at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Old School with DP and J.
We got a special guest in. We got Jason Peters.
All that's being asked of you is everything. Like, you have to give everything that you have to that program, to that team. If you want to be a champion, that's the only way, right? I mean, you have to commit to every lifting session, every strength and conditioning session, during the summer, during the spring, whatever it may be. It just has to be 100% commitment by everybody.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
A big thank you to Mary Ellen's. Indeed, they are not open today. They will be tomorrow, though. They sponsor this little show we like to call On the Block. I'm Austin Norman. He is Erick Strickland. We're with you 2 to 4 weekdays here. Mary Ellen's with you, open for lunch and dinner Wednesday through Sunday. Make sure you check them out down there at 29th and Pine Lake. Plenty to get to in a busy hour 2 of the show. Definitely college football focused and a lot of Dylan Raiola. Raiola. It is Raiola officially. That is how it's being pronounced. We'll get into the news of his commitment, what it means for Nebraska, and plenty more here in hour number 2 of the show. But before we do that, let's dive into a lot of comments. You guys are busy on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook as well. Cliff, appreciate you checking in down there from Florida as always. Stricky, you answered JMV. Any news on a quarterbacks coach? No movement on the staff right now. The quarterbacks coach, at tight ends coach. Right now, the coaching staff's the same as it was last year. I guess we'll see if and or when that changes. We have Sportsman on Twitter saying it'll be interesting to see if the Husker staff will get some transfer wide receivers and running backs to help Dylan Raiola out. They're still in the running for Julian Fleming, got a crystal ball toward Penn State, but they're also in the running for a former 4-star out of high school running back who was committed to Oregon. He's 6'2", 220. Ooh. If you get one of those guys, that's big, but a 6'2", 220 running back.
I love a bruiser like that.
Sign me up.
Sign me up all day long for that. Get inside them tackles, hit a few linebackers, get second level. Yeah, I like a guy like that. That, I want a little flash and dash type of guy.
Preferably from the same guy, but if you have one flash and one dash, I suppose that's okay too.
Yeah, man. I really do hope we can land a number 1 receiver. It would be nice if we could. We're going to see. And some of you guys have asked this question on the Sauter Heyman text line as well as on the stream. You've asked this question about Dylan Raiola and what his signing could do potentially for also recruits that are coming in. I think one of the things I still got to be happy about this Nebraska recruiting class is this year is the retention. Like, I know they're going to have decisions that they're going to make. Some are going to just happen because after spring, you're going to kind of have an idea of what the depth charts are going to look like. And so you'll probably have some that bounce, or you'll have conversations from Coach Raiola and the player coaches or the room coaches, depending on where it is, have discussions about where they are. Maybe you may want to look at another option, so forth and so on. But I still think we do need a number 1 type of receiver, and I would love to land someone like a Fleming or of the sort that has some experience, that has big game type of mojo to them. Or if you can land somebody like a Trey Palmer who has tremendous upside, but just needed a platform in order to do it. Right. Somebody like that would be good as well. But I think we have plenty of those already. So I would love to see somebody that we know has some big game experience of going to get balls when you need it.
The sales pitch is, we trust you to be the safety blanket for the number 1 quarterback in this class.
Yeah.
That's hard to pass up, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, it is. And it just depends on what you're looking for too, right? I think they're gonna have to have conversations with Coach Satterfield and get an understanding about what he wants to accomplish. Now you have pretty much a pocket passer. Dylan can move if he needs to, but he doesn't really want to do that. But he to me could be a little less of a, now please don't text in, a type like Mahomes. Like Mahomes, not with all the throwing angles and all of that, but I'm just saying Mahomes isn't fleet of foot, but Mahomes, if need be, can get up in there and get you some yards if you need it. You get into a man coverage and there's a lot of space, he could do that. So Dylan, to me, I love that there's pocket passing potential there. He seems to have great footwork. I've watched some of his film, meaning he knows how to step up. He knows how to slide out. He knows how to get up and out and still keep his head downfield.
That part.
And at that point, this is where Nebraska receivers have had a problem in the past of just standing and getting blocked and, by or getting blanketed by the DBs and not moving into an open space. They're going to need to do that for Dylan Raiola, I think, at times, because they haven't shown the ability to break defensive pressure or press coverage and really win those battles wholeheartedly. Not barely win, but I mean really win and create space. They haven't shown that they could do that yet, and this is where I think they're going to need to be able to do better.
Chubby Rhino on the text line. Thanks for getting us back on track here. Nate won the question for the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. The question was, how many years did Dominic Raiola play in the NFL? The answer was 14 years. Stricky guessed 9. Some of you were in with it. Some of you were close. But yeah, Nate won the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. Nate, thanks for listening. Congrats on the win. Chubby Rhino, thanks for getting us back on track. Virginia Pirate is agreeing with us, Strick. He says at least one running back that can eat carries, and the youth is solid, but need to add one before it's done. Yes, I think we're in agreement there. But I'm also curious to see just how much Dylan Raiola's presence in the pocket, like you're talking about, can elevate this group, the wide receiver group, how much it especially can elevate the offensive line. Because even when the pocket breaks down a little bit, watching some highlights, you see Dylan Raiola always try to navigate back to the middle of the field, back to the pocket where every throw is available to him. He has a big arm. He's got good touch. But if he runs, to one sideline, you cut off half of the field for a really good quarterback. I mean, 2/3 of the field for an average quarterback. To be able to stay in the middle, to keep all your options open to you, and to tell your receivers never to give up on a play. Samori Toure was really good at coming back for the ball and finding that kind of soft spot, but he was a veteran transferring in from Montana. Nebraska still doesn't have that veteran guy. So I think playing with a guy like Dylan Raiola, who is going to force his receivers to do that, force his offensive line into, I think, a lot better positions because they know where their quarterback's going to be, that he's always going to navigate back. So just give him a bubble. I think the presence of a pocket guy like Dylan Raiola simplifies things for a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's agreeable. And again, I love just the part of him that the footwork. And I think one thing that's going to be sound with him is going to be his mechanics. And that's something that obviously we struggled at from the quarterback position, I think, as a whole. Again, now the next fight, you know what you got. You've solidified, your future quarterback. You now need to, I think, solidify the competition. Which person is that going to be? I still think you hone in on Brock Purdy and let him know it's still a competition. We're yes, you're going to have to beat him. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real about it. You're going to have to beat him, not barely win. So come back, and be brother-like.
It's going to be worth it if you win, right?
Yeah,
it's going to make you better to compete.
Yeah, be brother-like. If he comes back brother-like, with some, with now you've been in big-time games, you started towards the end, you should have some confidence going. So we'll see. But then secure, I think, if you can, a learner. Because
isn't that Kalen?
I think that's somebody that's gonna need time, gonna want to learn, gonna have what's my guy at Georgia? right now, the quarterback.
Oh, Beck.
Yeah.
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Have some Beck in him, basically, that's willing to
maybe get back,
grow, learn, because you just don't know. You just don't know the situation fully with Dylan.
Right.
What's going to happen? There's possible leapage and there's possible stayage, and it's going to depend on how I think he plays, performs, and what the Nebraska staff is able to bring in to help in that process.
What do you expect for Dylan Raiola in year one? What do you think it looks like on the field?
To be honest, I want to ask the listeners, because Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685, and the reason is because I asked that question. Before, people were like, "Oh, you're getting ahead of your skis and you're this or whatever." I want to know, because I want to know what your expectations are for that young man coming in. You are one game away from a bowl game. Is it a bowl game? Is it going beyond that to another level? Is it, now that you're adding Oregon, Washington, is it handling business against the newcomers? And still kind of being in the middle of the pack. Is it the middle of the pack? What is it? I want to understand how you view it, what success would be with a young, and I don't think you can have an over expectation. I think you want to, kind of make sure you mitigate the expectations a little bit, because you don't want to over pressure the young man.
There's enough pressure as it is.
Already. There's enough pressure on him already. So you don't want to do that, but you also don't want to make him your Jesus piece. You don't want to make him your savior.
Right.
You want to make him feel that he's a part of something that's building, but he's not the cornerstone of the building.
Right. Because that's a lot of pressure to put on one guy when, again, you and I have been saying it all off season. Nebraska's more than just a quarterback away.
Right.
A better, situation at quarterback wins Nebraska a couple more games next year. But to get to not just a bowl game, but a bowl game of any significance, you need upgrades across the roster. So it can't be put all this pressure on this 18-year-old young man and come in, and do the dang thing.
Yeah.
He's got to make everyone else improve. He's got to be better than what he showed in high school, which was obviously really good. To be for a long time the number one overall player in the class, by pretty much all accounts, a top 20 player, top 10 most places, number 1 or 2 quarterback, kind of a rounding error of difference between him and Julian Sayin, who's ended up going to Alabama. He's really good. You want him to know he's important and that you believe in his talent. But I think there's a very fine line between telling him he's your guy and telling him he's your savior.
No doubt about it. There's definitely a difference between the two. And you got to get him help. Like, if you're going to have a pocket passer, you got to have some form of running game, because otherwise defensive ends and defensive linemen are going to be downhill on you. Blitz packages are going to step up on you. This is why winning those battles on the outside are going to be important. I think also a good tight end is going to be important. A good blocking tight end with the ability. Now, I'm not saying Brock Bowers, but I'm saying Brock Bowers light, somebody who can do a little bit of both. Like, for example, Carter Nelson is a little bit unique. He's a little bit different. It's going to take him some time to get with 3 points with the point down, hand down. He hasn't been used to playing that. I think it can provide him a tremendous opportunity to be a hybrid type of guy. That's a mismatch problem for linebackers and for safeties, potentially, until he really gets comfortable with being hand down. They're young. So I don't think there's a transfer portal tight end that you go and get.
Right.
But I think you want a guy that can also block from that tight end position. The guys that we got right now, I think Ingerson can have a physicality about him. I think it's still it's up in the air about whether or not he can be defensive end or play tight end. I think he has
where they shifted AJ Rollins from.
I think he has the ability to do both. And it's just going to depend on probably where he feels he's got the best opportunity to play earlier than later. To me, man, it would be fun to be on the defensive side of things with Tony White and that crew, man. Just the fun things that they'll be able to do. And it's going to be interesting to watch the defense this next year with who they're bringing in and who they have and some of the adjustments that they made. Are they going to stick with the the 3-3-5, or is it going to be more of a multi, look defense? Basically not. I don't want to say hybrid. Well, maybe you can say hybrid, where
change up the looks
it's
a little
a bunch
bit.
of changes up, and it gives you just a whole bunch of different looks. That's going to be interesting to see as well, because I think they have guys to where you could, if you want to, go to a 4-3. But
that probably means Riley Van Poppel has stepped up, or maybe a Ruquan Buckley, Elijah Judy, a guy like that. Because right now, I think your starters at D-line are Robinson, Hutmacher, and Cam Lenhart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's going to depend on kind of how things pan out for that. And then what the linebacking core is going to look like.
That's a huge question for me as well. You mentioned something about the running game and how important it is for Nebraska to have one. Nebraska second in the Big Ten in rush yards per game last year, behind only Penn State. They were 7 or 10 yards behind the Nittany Lions in that category. But a lot of that came from the quarterback position. Again, the quarterback was a leading rusher for Nebraska. Strick, if Nebraska doesn't have a running game, I think year one for Dylan Raiola looks a little bit like Tanner Lee in 2017. So in 2017, Tanner Lee completed 57.5% of his passes for 3,143 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. Now, Dylan Raiola in high school, 88 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, playing against some pretty good competition. Doesn't seem like a guy that's going to put the ball at risk. At least he did in high school. But again, will he feel the pressure to try to make that one play too many if there's not a running game? The leading rushers for Nebraska that year, Devine Azigbo, 493 yards, Mikhail Wilbon, 379, Trey Bryant, 299. That's not a lot of output from your running backs. I think Nebraska has to have a guy go for 750, another guy go for 500.
Pushing 4,000. Like, like a few things, pushing at least, or breaking it with 2, right? You're right. The other thing that I would say, what percentage out of Dylan Raiola?
Completion percentage?
Now, Danny Tucker on the stream, on the YouTube stream, says, I continue to hear that he's talking to Georgia. Has he signed on the dotted line? Well, National Signing Day is still
tomorrow.
So it's not yet happened.
My guess is he signed the papers before he left. I don't know that for a fact. That's not confirmed or anything, but I'm sure he sat down and actually signed the papers.
Well,
because we haven't heard anything about
you don't put a video out unless you know. Like, so the
if
video,
you didn't know, you'd be a signing day decision. You would have the ceremony with the 2 hats on the table, and you'd pick between them. But like you said, the poem, the video, all that is out there. So I'm sure Georgia,
because if that was the case, you would have did the same thing with going to Syracuse.
Oh, McCord. Right.
If that was the case, you would have done it. I mean, there was a high, speculation that he was gonna make the move, but it did not happen. So you didn't see no videos. You didn't see you heard talk, but you didn't see anything that came out. And there's a reason for that.
Got to shout out K-Dub, Kenny Wilhite here. He's fact-checking me. Kenny, appreciate you listening and catching me. He says you can't actually sign the papers till the morning of signing day. It's got to be dated tomorrow at 7 a.m. So there you go.
Kenny knows.
If there's anyone that would know, it'd be Kenny.
Knows.
So K-Dub, appreciate you. Thanks for listening and calling us out on that one there. Let's get to some more thoughts here that you guys have. You guys are going crazy on the streams and on the text line. Brad's expectation, Strick, is 5 wins. He's going to look like a freshman in the Big Ten with 5 wins. Let's just go through the schedule here real quick, just for a refresher. You start out with UTEP at home. They have a new head coach coming in. You get round 2 with Colorado. We know how they started last year.
They're revamping.
We know how they ended last year. You get FCS foe Northern Iowa in week 3. You get
Omar Brown like that.
Hey, it's true. You get Illinois and then Purdue in that opening stretch. Purdue is the first road game of the year in year 5. We talk about the runway for Husker basketball. There's the runway for Husker football.
There's no question about it. And you should take care of business in that. Like, if you don't, then again, one of the things I talked about last year with this team is freaking bank your wins. Don't go out there and just, haphazardly and, lackadaisically and just, without any effort and laying down and just not leaving it out on the field. Don't do that. Bank your wins, bro, because it's not gonna get any easier as you start to tail on down to the schedule. It's Gets way harder.
You essentially have 7 games to bank 6 if you're Nebraska. Purdue at game 5 is the first road game. You finish out the first half of your season with Rutgers at home. That's homecoming. Rutgers made a bowl game this year, but it's still Rutgers still coming to Lincoln. It's going to be a tough game.
Home.
Right. Find a way to win it. You get your first bye week of the year then, I believe. Yeah, that's your first bye week of the year.
Get healthy.
You get healthy. You go to Indiana, a big Kurt Signetti guy, but rebuilding team.
Bank your wins. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Then you go to the Horseshoe. Dylan Raiola Revenge Bowl, Nebraska, Ohio State. Going to be tough.
There's no question about it.
Then UCLA at home.
But you don't know who the quarterback is. You don't know who's staying, who's going. There's been a lot of turnover. There's possible. Go get it. See if you can go. No, I'm drinking Kool-Aid.
You're talking yourself into it. UCLA at home. Then you have another bye week on November 9th. November 16th, you go to USC.
Ooh.
Which, here's the thing. It's USC. That's a big name. They probably have higher recruiting ranking than you, but why can't Nebraska win that game?
No Caleb Williams. Their defense
no
is
Malachi
garbage.
Nelson.
And their defense is garbage. Why not?
Then you have Wisconsin at home, a game Nebraska could have won two of the last 3 years pretty easily.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of talking about that. Wisconsin. I'm tired of talking about Minnesota. I'm tired of talking about those games that we're freaking losing to and the way we're losing them. I'm tired of it, bro. Turn it around next year. That's all I want to hear.
Then, of course, you finish off Black Friday, November 29th at Iowa.
Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Tell me what you think on schedule. This is hypothetical. This is not sure. But what's your outlook on potential, looking at schedule, what's your outlook on the potential of what this team could do next year?
We got Brad at 5. We got 38-80. 8 wins or bust. No excuses for anything less. The defense is back, and we now have a quarterback. Scott from Bancroft, 12-0. All right, Scott.
Hey.
Talk it. Tell us. Bring it. Fire us up, Scott.
Would that be one of the greatest turnarounds in college football history? Being that you've been out so long? Go ahead.
If Nebraska goes 12-0 and the Kansas City Royals win the American League Central,
I knew you had
after
to
106 losses,
you had to throw
two of the best comeback stories in all of sports, Stricky.
You had to throw
Give
in.
it to me.
That's the Grinch that stole Christmas right there. You freaking threw in the Royals in that mix. That's the Grinch coming in to steal Christmas. No, we're not throwing the Royals in that mix.
How about him?
Nebraska. Royals. Now, if Royals would have landed Sohei Ohtani,
they were close. They were the runners-up.
Maybe.
No, they weren't. John in Cortland has probably the most well-balanced answer we're going to get. I expect there will be a football season. Nebraska will play at least 12 games. No other expectations.
I love it.
Fair. Thanks, John.
Love it. Now, if they digress, how you feel? No. I really want to know. If they digress, how do you feel? Will the pressure that comes with that now lead a young Dylan Raiola to rethink his decision? And what do you have coming behind? Like, I'm a big picture guy. Like, I love to think in the moment. I stay in the moment. I understand everything about that. But I am a big picture guy because I really want to know also, how do you feel if it's a regression?
Right.
Now, you've got a quarterback now. You've got dang near a lot of what you had coming back. Defense, hopefully, will get better. Offense, you're going to have some newcomers, some new faces. You still got a good retention on the line. 3 of your 4 plus now. You got Prohaska that's, been there now, not injured again. And you've got pretty much a good core of your linemen back and maybe some additions. You got Bricks coming in. Now, I'm not saying, but listen, I like Bricks. I'm not going to say Bricks on the outside. I think Bricks on the inside could possibly
as a Nuri or Piper replacement
as a guard because he's got great footwork, good physicality. What
about this for an offensive line? Ben Scott at center. You have Bricks and Evans Jenkins at guards, and you have Prohaska and Ben Hart as your starting tackles.
I'm not
Turner Corcoran at guard, maybe.
Yeah, one of them could also be there. But I really would like, with Bricks' footwork and his athleticism, I could see him on the inside for right now until he gets probably stronger and bigger.
And then you can kick out. That's fine. Couple more season expectations to get to before we go to break. Cheeseburger says 5-7, freshman quarterback with no weapons showing anything positive yet. You have some weapons showing some positive stuff. Probably not enough. 0022 says 4-8 until proven otherwise.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cubsker says 7 wins max. Hope to be proven wrong. Travis says there are 4 sure wins, which is just a funny concept with Nebraska football to say anything is a sure win right now.
Right.
He says UTEP, Northern Iowa, Indiana, Rutgers. The coin flips are Illinois, Purdue, Wisconsin, and Iowa. And the losses are Ohio State, UCLA, USC. Travis, you did forget the Colorado game. Where does that one fall? So that doesn't really tell us much about your prediction. Notorious B.I.B., bowl or bust. If we die, we die. Thomas and Lincoln, 6-6 or bust. Can Texas win 2 natties? Well, Texas didn't even deserve the first one, Thomas. So Nebraska volleyball deserved that national championship. Texas stole it. Those Lady Huskers are coming, though. D-Ron says 15-2 for a national championship. Travis does hit us back with a Colorado coin flip. And then
15-2 gets you into probably the 12.
Well, you have to get to 15 wins to win the national championship.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What I'm saying is, if you have 12 wins, you're probably going to get into the bowl,
right?
Into the championship,
right?
Rounds. Yeah.
Let's keep talking about this. Keep your thoughts coming on the Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. As well as on the streams, right? You guys are doing such a great job there. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We do see all the comments. If they're good, we'll get to them. Plenty more to talk about here as it comes to Nebraska football's expectations with Dylan Raiola as the presumed starting quarterback next year. We'll see if Nebraska's done there, if it is essentially his job to lose. But I also want to look a little big picture here, Strick. With Dylan Raiola committing to Nebraska, where are some of the top prospects going? They're not as consolidated this year as they have been. What's the reason for that? More Dylan Raiola, more recruiting, plenty more Huskers talk next here on during On the Block.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Erick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Erick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Erick Services, on the air because they care.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all-natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. When you purchase a $50 gift card, you receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, The Butchery, The Bakery, and all Lincoln Good Sense Deli Fresh Subs locations. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lots going on in Husker Nation. We're talking about it here on the block. Austin Norman and Erick Strickland with you for another half an hour or so before we turn it over to Jay Foreman for Old School. Keep your thoughts coming on your expectations for Nebraska football in 2024. Again, none of this is final, but you have the good news breaking just about 24 hours ago now. The Dylan Raiola does commit to Nebraska, so we just want to know where you're at with it. Doesn't have to be final, doesn't have to be a declaration, plant your flag or anything, but what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Are you excited? Are you pumping the brakes? That's all we want to know. We're not taking, bets on this is Nebraska's final record, anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's okay to be optimistic. It's okay to be excited about getting the highest rated recruit in program history. It's also okay to say, yeah, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Show us what you got, kid. You know, there's no right or wrong way to feel given that we barely started bowl season. But again, whether you're optimistic or pessimistic, I'm just going to preach patience, right? Give the young man time. Don't put too much on him while still holding him to a high standard as a Nebraska quarterback.
Well, yeah, the standard definitely has to go up. I mean, whenever you're trying to build, whether it be your legacy, whether you're trying to build a program, whenever you're trying to change the mentality from a losing mentality to a winning, your expectations, your accountability, your where you feel about the program has to change. And so I gotta say, I gotta say that I feel good. I mean, I feel good about the direction. I feel good about what Coach Rule said that he's going out trying to do. I feel good about the direction and the targets and what they're trying to accomplish. And I think they're in a good space. I mean, again, we knew we needed a good quarterback. We got one. You know what I mean? I mean, it didn't happen the way I would have liked it, and you'll get a couple, but that's okay. So there's where, you know, your expectations have to, I think, still have to be high and want for more, but you also have to understand that if it doesn't happen, how do you feel about that? And at what point, what is your breaking point? You gotta personally take that into account. What do you feel? I mean, for me, I still think, you know, an even number. You didn't get there last year. I think if you get even number and go to a bowl game, that's success to me.
You had every opportunity last year, but you didn't do it. You need a spark of some sort.
And you knew it was a quarterback situation, and you knew that was the difference. If he just plays average, you know what I mean? Make the throws. If he could just make the throws that should have been made last year with some form of accuracy, then you're looking at potentially a whole different landscape of the season. And that's all I'm asking. I'm just saying, just make the throws, make the plays, don't turn the ball over, and just do the basic things. I think this team has great upside. Just being honest. I think you can add a few pieces, running back, obviously, wide receiver, obviously, continue to build on the defense, had some injuries on the defense. You know, you need some linebackers now. I love your safeties. I love your corners. Who's going to step up and be the next guy? I like where it's at.
And then they just got to play the games.
You got to go play the game.
That's what it comes down to. And we'll see where this goes. I want to dig into more numbers to fully formulate my opinion, but my gut right now, Strick, is telling me that Dylan Raiola's passing numbers end up somewhere between Tanner Lee in his 1 year at Nebraska and Adrian Martinez as a freshman, which was probably his best year throwing the ball. Adrian is a freshman, 2,600 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on 64.5% completion. The year before that, it was Tanner Lee with just under 58% completion for 3,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 16 picks. I think Dylan Raiola takes care of the ball pretty well, but I think he's going to have his eyes open a little bit in the Big Ten. I think he makes some big-time throws. I think he throws a couple interceptions that he got away with in high school because the defenses in the Big Ten are just so good.
Yeah.
But I think just his accuracy and his consistency of his mechanics, that's what really stood out to me, Strick, was watching the high school tape, how consistent and fluid his throwing mechanics are. We haven't seen that in Nebraska, not pretty mechanics like that in a long time. And I think that consistency and repeatability will make sure he doesn't, miss high, miss low, miss inside, miss outside nearly as often as we're used to guys seeing, which keeps the chains moving, which keeps the offense on the field longer.
Absolutely. And I think the percentages just, look, he doesn't need to have a 70%,
not as a freshman.
Accuracy, not as a freshman. Yeah. I think if he's in the 65, you can count that Nebraska is going to be good. If he's in the 60, now if he's in the 50s, upper 50s, then there's going to be struggle. I think you can probably look at a 5-7, 6-6 record. Okay, I'm not upset about it. That's growth. He's going to have to learn. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm watching this Nebraska game and looking at it from when I was a sophomore and understanding how my progression was from when I was a freshman to a sophomore. Just my IQ and just ability to see things. The game comes a little bit slower. That's what's going to happen with him. It's going to be fast as heck initially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about throwing him into the fire this early, he's going to continue to just grow and get better because of the fact that it's going to probably become slower for him. You know, things, breaks, understanding. And then remember now, you got to understand too, as a quarterback, you got to come in and get on one accord with your receivers. You got to know where he likes it. You got to know where his breaks are, what his breaks look like. Is he a break back to the guy ball, or is he a break out?
Hand catcher, body catcher.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know. So it's going to take some time to learn that stuff, and that's okay. This is why you hope you can get him on campus early and get to working with some of those guys. He seems to have a leadership quality that's going to be good for the program as well. So we'll see.
He's gotten guys to follow him to Ohio State and Georgia before. We'll see if there are any more surprises in store for Nebraska on signing day tomorrow. We've gotten this question a couple times, Strick, so I think it's worth addressing here before we cross it over with Jay. How will the offense change? What will it look like? I think Nebraska goes away from a lot of quarterback run. He's mobile enough and sneaky athletic enough that I think there's a designed keeper here and there.
Yeah.
But I think that's the changeup, right? Nebraska didn't run a lot of changeups. I think it's kind of like Marcus Mariota at Oregon-ish. He got more of dual threat reputation in the NFL, but Marcus Mariota wasn't a great runner in college. He just kept it often enough to keep the defenses honest. That's the extent of the run game for the quarterback, I think. I highly doubt the pass run or run pass split is any more than 55-45 one way or another. If Nebraska's ahead, it'll be, probably lean heavier to the run. If they're playing from behind a lot, it'll lean heavier to the pass. But I think it's going to look very pro style. I still think Michigan is what Nebraska wants to get to, with that great offensive line year in, year out, dynamic running back or two, and a quarterback that makes plays when called upon.
Yeah, and I still think some mixed directions. Some I didn't see a lot of that this year. I didn't see a lot of misdirection. I didn't see a lot where it would give secondary, or it would give the linebackers something to kind of play with their eyes. I didn't see motions. You saw jet motions that were really just easy eye candy to decipher, right? But I want to see just some real creativity in these areas, because I think it'll help him. I think it helps Dylan to give pause to guys that have to decide, am I going to get upfield on this rush? Is there possibly something that can come underneath me? I want them to have to make a decision and think a little bit, as opposed to just getting downhill. And I don't think our line handles that very well.
Not yet. That's another area for growth. Bones says, I'm excited to see the growth and partnership between Raiola and Malachi Coleman. That's definitely a partnership to watch. Two young guys growing together. They threw Raiola through to Coleman at a Friday Night Lights camp. One of the first times he really burst on the scenes. And Strick, if you watch at least a snippet of the video that Dan Orlovsky posted on Twitter, it's probably around other places too. Dylan Raiola is wearing number 15, which means Malachi Coleman would have to give up number 15. How does that work? I guess we'll see.
I would probably say that the quarterback is going to have, an option on that.
Just make it worth his while.
If I'm Dylan Raiola, I'm probably saying, listen, I got big NIL, man. Let me lace you off something.
What does number 15 cost? Malachi? Name your price, essentially.
Yeah, if I'm Malachi, I'm taking a down payment on the 15.
Fair enough. He's Erick Strickland. I'm Austin Norman. We appreciate all of you on the text line and on the YouTube streams. Danny, how is the offensive line for Tanner Lee and Adrian? Up and down. Not the best it's ever been. They had their moments, kind of like it has been. Eric said, I think this will bring momentum to all of Nebraska sports, but for sure football. Let's get into that with Jay. How big is Dylan Raiola's commitment, not just for the football team, but for the University of Nebraska? Can he be that leader on campus, a spark in the whole athletic department? Let's talk about that to close out On the Block as we cross it over with Old School next.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all-natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through December 19th is spend $40 and get a free ribeye. Keep posted to the Mercado's social media pages for other specific daily deals from the 13th through the 24th. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store, closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now at Ticketmaster. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some clouds this morning will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy but warm. We'll see a high around 50. Tonight, mainly clear skies expected with a low around 29. And tomorrow, most cloudy skies do return. We'll see a high around 50. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. We're crossing it over. Austin Norman, Erick Strickland, joined by Jay Foreman. What's good, Jay?
Ain't nothing to it but to do it, man.
Ain't nothing to it. It's a nice day out there today.
It is.
I might go sit out in the patio and have me a stove.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to have one this morning. That wind, that hawk was coming. It was cold, and that hawk was coming.
Hum.
Yeah, it was
humming, coming at you.
Yeah, that was that Nebraska hawk this morning, boy.
Yeah, hey, listen, that hawk in Nebraska hit different.
It's different.
It do hit
it's different. And see, I always tell
even
people,
different than Buffalo.
I was about to say, it is different though. Here's the deal.
Effect.
That Milwaukee's in Buffalo.
It's the same. Yeah. It's the same, like, except we get more snow. Minnesota is that bone chilling to your heart cold. Like you walk out there, it hits your lungs. Your nostrils be burning.
Chest is tight.
Yeah.
Got snow you got icicles in your nose.
The first time I ever seen a dude that had snow icicles in his nose, I said, man, I want to just take a little cloth and wipe his nose off.
Jay, let me keep it real with you. So one time we landed there, it was kind of blizzardy, and the wind was blowing so hard because I had rode in the front with the pilot because it was a one pilot, the open seat.
Yeah.
And I was kind of learning how to fly at the time. So he let me fly in the front. So we land, and I'm telling you, the wind was blowing on across so bad that he literally, so you have the yaw. Yeah. He literally had to hold it like this just to keep the plane level.
Yeah.
So we land, boom, okay, cool. This is what I didn't know about Minnesota at the time. I didn't understand that you can literally walk all of downtown inside.
Yeah,
dang near into
little
tunnel.
You could literally
crosswalk things.
Leave your house. Say you live in Bloomington or whatever. Go to the tram. Right there, the tram or the bus, and then only time you be outside minimal. And if now they have the parking garage, so essentially you get out, go right in there. You could just be in shorts. Yeah.
So no, we didn't know that.
And you guys were outside.
Hey, listen,
that's a rookie move.
This is what I was playing. We played Minnesota. No, this wasn't in the NBA either. This was in college. We played Minnesota.
Oh, well, then that's fine then.
So we had big parkas on. We landed. We wanted to get something to eat, just kind of wanted to go we had some time. Yeah. And we walking outside. Jay, when I tell you every few steps, we had to step into the doorway just to get out the Hulk because we was
especially downtown.
freezing.
If you're staying downtown, it's you go you be on like the First Ave or something like that. You're gonna get it all up in your face.
Hey, what was the club that Prince used to play at? Was it First Ave?
Glam Slam. It was Glam Slam.
It was right downstairs, not too far from the Target Center.
Or the lounge.
Yo,
you want to hear the best Prince story? So my dad knows Prince pretty well, and he lives where I'm from at Eden Prairie. And it was me, Mike Rucker, and Tony Ortiz. I brought him back to Minneapolis. Yeah. And so we were just hanging out. We went to there's this place. It was Prince's club, and it went from like Glam Slam, and then he just had the emblem or whatever out there. But right next to it was a place called the Lounge, and you kind of go in there. You go in there, and it was a little bit quieter. So it had like techno and then hip hop, and then they had a little like setup there because they said every once in a while he would come in and just on a humbug and bless people. So we there kicking it. We're just order a few drinks. Just us three hanging out, and next thing you know, like literally right next to me, I look over, and when you see somebody, you're like, dang, that looked like Prince, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I was like, dang, I only had one or two drinks.
Did he say, "You want to play"?
No, he didn't say that. So I of course, feeling all right. I just started talking to him, and he's like, man, I've been watching you, man. He's like, I really enjoy how you play football. Yeah. And I'm like, but you know what? The one Prince could hoop. Yeah, for real.
Those Charlie Murphy stories. If you've never seen,
I've heard him. Yeah,
Prince could actually give you buckets in boots.
He would go down and play sometimes in the pro-am.
Yeah.
So that's how I stayed in the shape in the offseason, go play in the pro-am and just get up and down the court. Yeah. He would play like when you'd hear about him playing. And then Prince, he just pop up everywhere. He'd pop up first half.
Blouses.
There you go. I saw Prince one time at a Timberwolves game. The whole place stopped. They didn't even, like when you guys come out of timeout.
Yeah.
Prince came in and the whole place just turned around. Standing ovation.
Like the DJ
record scratch.
The record scratch.
Everybody, because they were playing the Lakers, and that was a big game to go with the Timberwolves. That was what KG had. They had KG,
Stephon Marbury.
They had
Gugliotta.
No, they had KG, Sammy Cassell, Riding Spinners, Spreewell.
Ryder was Ryder there?
No, he wasn't there. Okay. And then they had Michael Olowokandi, who was never sweet,
the Candyman.
And then they had somebody else. So they had a good team.
Okay,
and they would be
the good team and Candyman,
but they could never beat the Lakers.
Shaq
was just
domination,
just Shaq attacking on them cats.
Bang bang, boogie,
pushing Michael Olowokandi all up in the front row.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't sweet.
Do we got to do a station?
Oh, we snuck it in.
We snuck it in
last break.
There you go.
Okay, so listen, Jay. One of the things we've been kind of talking about, a good friend of yours, we talked about just handling the expectations, right? Not allowing us to take on a Jesus Savior mentality, but just allow the young man to be himself, right? Hard to do being, or you was in the years when expectations was through the roof. It's starting to turn towards that manner. I mean, we've got 4 and 5 stars now coming in here, which shout out to Rule, getting it done. But how do you mitigate those?
I think first, I think he comes from a good family. To keep everything in perspective, he's going to be extremely confident, but not cocky or arrogant. And then, internally, they just got to manage expectations, and you got to be realistic. In the media, you got to be realistic as well, right? Mm-hmm. And you could be excited. It's great. It's a great get. He's the number 1 player, the highest rated player ever since they came out with rankings. Right along the lines of when Nebraska got Tommy Frazier, or back in the day, even before that, Turner Gill, or maybe even Steve Taylor, or whoever. A quarterback is a centerpiece. But then, we got to, continue to recruit other positions and develop around them and get better around them. And, we're only going to go as far as how he plays and adjusts. Mm-hmm. And it's not just, it's only on him. We're not just a quarterback away. We're not just a wide receiver away or a pass rusher away. We're a few pieces away, but we're also a few pieces at other places depth away, right? Mm-hmm. And then we got to continue to work on our mentality. And look, he's got talent. Like he's a legit 6'3.5". He's going to continue to grow. He might end up being 6'4". He's a legit 215, 220. He knows what it takes. The only thing I have in common with him is growing up with a famous dad. I understand that. So any type of pressure is not going to break him. he already done dealt with that since he's been a knee-high to a grasshopper. So he knows what it means. He's playing for different reasons. So all that stuff, I think everybody's just got to manage it. And I'm sure Coach Rule and those guys will do it. And, the biggest thing, like when I talked to him, I said, listen, after all the hoopla's done, come in here, be the best teammates you can be, work hard and compete. The rest of the thing will take care of itself. But then also, don't be afraid to lead and don't be afraid to be demanding. Because at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. And keep pushing the envelope and keep, learn as much as you can. And if you do that, then it'll be fine. But it's not just time. I guess, I'd be afraid of the players. All right, we got Dylan, so we arrived, right? Or we're going to get, everybody's going to be coming. No, we got to still recruit hard. We still need, them guys should be in the gym right now. They should be really getting ready for next year. You were close to making a bowl game. You have a quarterback that has a lot of potential coming from high school. So it's different than if you got a Justin Fields when he went from Georgia to Ohio State. Then you're like, okay, we've seen him, we know, whatever. He's coming from high school. So we gotta be really good at the running back position. We gotta continue to get better at the offensive line. We gotta develop at tight end, and we gotta have guys at the outside have a great offseason. And you gotta create that continuity with them. And what you've done before has been good enough to get you where you're at right now. So now you got to really sacrifice and do some more. And that's including him. And it shouldn't be a 18-year-old freshman coming in and setting the tone. You need to ramp it up yourself, him get with it, and then let him take it even higher. He shouldn't be coming in setting the tone, because that lets you know that's how you got to be 5-7.
Because you already have a Robinson, a Hutmacher, a Ben Scott, guys like that in the room that should know what the program's about.
You should know, and you should know that you got to do more. You guys had good years. This is not me hating. You guys were good, but we need to be a little bit better, or a lot better. Everybody does, and that's the good thing about this situation. There's a lot of positives, right? I guess if whereas like Chubba Purdy, you got a chance to really go out there and wing it, nothing to lose. Daniel Kalen, same as that. Heinrich Herberg, you got to get in the fundamentals and get in the lab, but you have nothing to lose. Because if you take the next step and take advantage of the opportunity, they will play you. And same with Dylan. You take advantage of the opportunity, they will play you. You got the offensive line coming back essentially intact. So at this point, you have a veteran offensive line coming back. Do they need to get better? Yes. Have they gotten better? Yes. Can they get better? Yes. But you're in a better position than, you got one senior, your sophomore, freshman, junior that's never played, right? You got some guys that are logged some minutes, so now it shouldn't be foreign to them to where you should be able to handle some stuff. And they've withstood some blitz packages as well. So I think for any of those quarterbacks, you're in a more advantageous situation than before. And your line coach is back. Same with, you should be a little bit more familiar with the coaches, the style of the offense, the play calls, the expectations. So where you should be able to hit the line running, bring him along, and then once he comes along as the leader of the offense, pick and choose when he's going to be going with it. And he knows how to lead. He's been around Matthew Stafford. He knows Matthew Stafford coming into a team 0-16, getting him to the playoffs and getting him to be legit. That's what you got to do.
He's also been around John Kitna. What was John Kitna, NFL quarterback, like?
He was all right. He was all right. He was
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Detroit too.
Yeah, he was everywhere. Cowboys. Boy, I swear, I wish I was a backup quarterback. You play forever.
Well, because you don't play.
Yeah, exactly.
That body stays healthy.
And you got the best seat in the house.
Making a couple million.
Yeah,
every year.
And then they think, then when you're a backup quarterback, hey, listen, right. Hey, you be on point too. Hey, listen.
I be giving all the signals.
And then when you're a backup quarterback, since they always think you're so smart, you end up like Dan Orlovsky is great on TV. He is. He's really, really good. But then you go right into they put you right in there, right in the studio. Or you could be like the one dude that Josh McCown. He went from like at home, picked up on the practice squad. He coaching with the Panthers.
Look at that.
Just like that.
I think he is, right? Yeah.
He was
right.
at one point.
Yeah, because it's CJ Stroud workout. Yeah.
Yep. Ernie, appreciate your question. If Dylan Raiola wants to bring KJ Bolden with him, he can feel free. I just don't know if that's going to happen.
Who's that?
Number one safety. Committed to Florida
Played at
State.
Buford with
Dylan.
Yeah, we need a headhunter.
Eric, we like that comment. We were going to get to it, but I think that's a tomorrow thing. What is the Dylan Raiola commitment, and even some other notable commitments for other Nebraska programs? What does that mean for the athletic department?
Who do they have, man? All I want to know. I mean, I don't want to know. I mean, obviously, I'd want to know, but I always wonder with Matt Rule and them. This surprise, I had him in the back pocket for 4 weeks. Here I am. Right? Here's Dylan. Well, here's this dude. They ain't never heard about him, right? Just pop up like a pop card. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
We'll find out tomorrow at 7 in the morning.
Room,
and Danny Tucker, you were active on YouTube. Appreciate that. Shout out to Lainey, your daughter, who wants the football team to know they're the best, who wants to wish the players on the football team a Merry Christmas and go Big Red. Oh, and also Merry Christmas to the former players from Lainey. So
I appreciate that.
Lainey, appreciate it. Danny, thanks for listening and commenting. Strick and I'll get out of here. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 2 to 4. Stay tuned, though. We got Old School with Jay coming up next. At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all-natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and